the show, everybody. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Ferrer. It's good to see you.
And I'm Candace Bailey.
Damn right you are.
Good to see you. We're going to have a stupendous show today.
Oh, it's going to totes be the pits.
We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
And true story, I tweeted this kind of yesterday, but if you tuned into yesterday's show, I had a bedazzled state of Florida.
Penis.
Above my, yeah, it kind of looked like an exhausted penis, but it was the state of Florida.
A penis.
And rhinestones. And then we had the world's largest tea bag out on our set, which was great.
Woo!
So immediately after the show, I went to shower off the tea bag from my face, and I was pulling rhinestones out of my ass. And I realized that was a hell of a show.
TMI.
Tea bag on the face, glitter from the butt. Hey, on today's show, the AOTS call center will be fully staffed when actress Pippa Black from Outsourced
I like the way you say
is
that.
live in our studio. Pippa?
Pippa Black.
Oh, Pippa's here. She's hot. And our Gadget Prawn, Chris Hardwick, drops by to rate a Blu-ray playing surround sound ready 3D gaming laptop from Asus. So there's that.
Then Blair Herter sits down with UFC President Dana White to talk about fighting for the troops, the evolution of UFC, and the MMA judge controversy. Plus, Tiffany Smith goes to NAMM.
Whoa! What?
The National Association of Music Merchants, not Southeast Asia.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
She'll show us new DJ gear and all kinds of musical gadgetry of the future.
And she gets shot by a sniper from a rice paddy. Sorry. It's the other name.
You're a freak.
Yeah. Hey.
Time now to see the clips your lame friends will be sending you next week.
Yeah, stop associating with them. We're going around the net. Stupendous around the net. Stupendous around the net. Folks, in at number 5 today.
Time to dock the boat!
You can do some beach drifting. I think that's what it's going for.
Maybe.
Didn't work.
Look, I'm sure boating is more complicated than it looks, but here's a simple rule of thumb.
Yeah, typically when you run out of water, stop.
Yeah,
that's what you should do.
And at number 4, the original 1983 commercial for the Atari Star Wars video game.
Yeah, agreed.
Woo.
Ooh, indeed. 2 things. 1, graphics have come a long, long way.
And 2, they had some amazing hair gel and drugs back in the 80s.
Star Wars. It's great in the arcade. Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick in the cannons. Use the force. They're coming too fast. It's Ray! It's Ray! My shields are gone! All right! I'm going in!
Oh, some game, huh?
Some game!
He has some crazy eyes. If I saw that guy in real life,
Everything was
steer
insane.
clear.
No, you wouldn't. You'd friend him on Facebook.
Whatever.
Or host a show with him. But here's the crazy part. I yelled the exact same thing during sex. It's true.
Ladies do not want to hear you scream that your shields are gone.
Any lady who slept with me knows that I don't use a shield, first off. Second of all, during my attack run, there's also an old creepy bearded guy whispering advice to me. It's kind of yeah. My favorite thing. Yeah. Creepy guy / cameraman. It's not all that weird. It's not some dude. He's not just there in the room watching, breathing heavily on my neck, reassuring me as he brushes a smile on my back. No. That'd be weird. Hey, here's some news. Parks and Rec returns to TV this evening. Okay. But not everyone knew that it went away. That's the interesting part.
I know.
Yeah.
Funny or Die was a fly on the wall when series star Rob Lowe found out that his sitcom was on hiatus.
Hey, Rob. What's going on? You didn't hear? We're coming back on the air January 20th. Yeah!
Can you believe it? Wait a minute. You mean we haven't been on TV?
You knew that, right?
No, I did not know that. How long have I not been on television?
Rob, this is good news.
What's good news? That this hasn't been on TV for 5 months?
Oh, my face!
Now I'm out of coffee. You, production assistant, look me in the face. Get the Pete's coffee and get me a new coffee.
I'm on the show.
You are not.
Yeah, I am.
Since when?
Since the beginning. I was on it before you.
You weren't. No one's been on the show before me. There was no show before me. I am Robert Pacifius Lowe.
You are?
Yes! Dropping low bombs!
I
Like that.
can't imagine working with an ass that beats up his coworkers like that.
No, you get it. I get it.
What?
Nothing.
What?
You keep your broken mouth shut, Reggie!
That's how he got that?
Yeah. I said shut it! Today's... The rule on TV is if it doesn't work once, do it 12 times. Right, Reggie? Right, Reggie? Yeah! Keep that whore mouth shut, Reg! You shut it! Today's number 2 is proof that being rezzed into a Tron world isn't just for attractive actors wearing hockey equipment. Oh, no.
That's right. Here's the thrilling first episode of Tron Dog.
I'd pay $20 to see that in 3D.
Me too.
I would.
That's his best work.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the other clips of Tron Dog are just him sitting there, de-rezzing his own genitals with his tongue. But
Still ahead.
they're still awesome. Don't knock them.
Still ahead. Local news proves it's the funniest thing on TV.
See our media fail yet again in today's number 1. You want to do some Tron Dog roleplay? Or? Today's number 1 is some breaking news from Fox LA. It seems that someone in the newsroom, I don't know if it's their niece or nephew, but someone had trolling explained to them.
The web is home to all manner of wonderful and horrible people. Trolls are an unpleasant but simple fact of the life on the net, like hobos are IRL.
Sure. Everybody stand back. Reporter Jet Michaels is going to open a can of Pulitzer's finest.
YouTubers posting videos expressing their point of view on the maddening internet phenomenon troll. Ashley Carey grew up online. The 21-year-old entertainer says an internet troll is
anyone who wants to upset someone else.
Ashley says she's been trolled. She posts videos under the username Broke the Interweb on YouTube where trolls leave cruel traps. Inspired by anonymity, the culture's taking on Lord of the Flies undertones. Some sites like these offer a metaphorical bridge for trolls to hide under as they beat up on celebrities, post increasingly offensive material, and unsuspecting YouTubers like this girl become their prey. And Ashley says that's a tiara no one wants.
That's a pretty scary thing that can happen when you have a whole board full of anonymous people with social issues.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled episode of Attack of the Show to bring you this breaking development in the ongoing War on Sub.
Yeah!
Now, as you have just seen, LA's Fox 11 shed light on a story that one was talking about and that everyone probably knew already.
Absolutely. Is this a gross abuse of the standards of journalism, a brave display of ignorance, or just an attempt to fill airtime when an interview with a talking goat fell through? Who knows?
Let's go to our reporter on the streets, Rick Roxon.
Rick, what's it like out there, buddy?
Well, it's about what you would expect, Candace. As most non-idiots know, when you complain about trolls, you usually end up attracting a much larger number of trolls than you would have seen otherwise. As you can see behind me, we've already got quite a group.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, are they trolling anything specifically, or just more of a general expression of indignant, self-absorbed troll outrage?
Oh, they're trolling everything. Most of them are picketing the Fox 11 building itself, but a few did break away from the group to make fun of a dog that just got neutered at a vet's across the street.
Well, that does sound hilarious. Thank you for that, Brick. We appreciate it. Of course, this overproduced, horribly edited news piece misses so much in its flood of print shop quality fonts and clip art. It's really sad.
For more, we turn to the world's leading troll biologist, Dr. Thaddeus Fieldlot. Thanks for joining us, Doctor.
It's my pleasure.
Doctor, this Fox 11 report makes it seem like trolls are actually pretty terrible, but you have a different opinion?
Yes, I do. Trolls are an integral part of the ecosystem of the internet. If we didn't have trolls taking out their insecurities on others, the web would be a much different place without anyone to tell, how worthless or awful and or fat they are. We'd be absolutely overrun with bad lip-syncing videos and insufferable teen girl vloggers. We need trolls, Kevin.
That is an interesting observation, I must admit.
Yeah, for instance, if no one told you your new set looked like the city of Tokyo OD'd on Adderall and vomited all over Times Square, you wouldn't have any idea.
Doctor, that's enough. Thank you,
sorry.
Doctor.
Sometimes my research gets the best of me. I apologize.
Understandable.
All right, you heard the doctor. Attacking trolls is an attack on the very fabric of the web. We need to stop this.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Fox has already disabled comments and ratings on their website. Apparently after trolls took a heroic and irritating stand earlier today.
Indeed.
Yeah, happened.
But if you still want to tell Fox what you think, go to g4tv.com/warOnSuck. It will send you directly to the Fox 11 contact form where you can tell them exactly what you think of their coverage of this story.
I'm gonna draw an ASCII penis. I really will. Make us proud. You've just been drafted into the war on Suck. Yeah!
Into instruments? Then NAMM Music Trade Show is the place to be because they've got everything from the most high-tech gear to the ancient, like my didgeridoo.
How many exhibitors do you guys have here this year?
Just about 1,500 companies from all over the world. That's why it takes 4 days to see it.
What are some of the things that people are the most excited about this year?
Technology is one really, really big thing. The iPad and the iPhone, have really just electrified the way people are making music.
New for NAMM, we just introduced the new DJ controllers from Pioneer. We got one for Traktor, we got one for Serato, the two most popular DJ softwares in the market right now. One of the cool things that you'll notice right off the bat on both controllers is that the laptop, this is the first in the industry, the laptop actually tucks right underneath the controller. So you got your hotkeys, you got 5, and that basically allows you to trigger songs on the fly. You got a loop, so you can instantly create a loop on either deck with the 2 different songs. And you got this really cool strip search right here, so basically it allows you to go anywhere within the song. You can browse your songs, a simple knob control right on the deck, and then you just hit load A to load the track to the player A, or load B to load the track to the player B. Since Serato and Pioneer teamed up, you know you're going to get the best quality sounding scratching, so the scratching is incredible. Nice! Oh my goodness!
It's called the iBone.
We're here at Reactable Systems, you guys. It's a touchscreen interface DJ table.
Drop the beat.
Each of these cubes, you can upload melodies, throw them on the table, pick which one you want, change the volume over here. All of these different cubes represent different things, so you can change the frequency, you can add reverb, you can change the tempo.
The objects have like markers or barcodes underneath them, so when I put them on the surface, the system recognizes them. So that's how it works. And also a multi-touch screen. We recently made a version for the iPad and for the iPhone.
Okay.
So it's basically the same concept.
I'm gonna jam out a little bit. You guys can hang out. We'll throw a little dance party over here.
We've been here at NAMM all day, you guys, and they've got such sick tech. They'll make even a novice's rock and roll dreams come true. Are you guys ready to rock?
Tiffany at NAMM. She was rocking the Reactable. It's a pretty sweet device, like for parties or for anything else. But to be honest, when your life is as sad as mine, you need a trombone app. That's the one thing I took away from that.
Nothing will cheer you up faster than the sound of your own insurmountable failure.
That was ironic. Yeah.
I definitely didn't read that word right on the teleprompter.
Cue the trolls.
You know what I meant.
Actually, your test results are in. Congratulations. One of you has a little something courtesy of us.
Yesterday, we gave away the ultimate gaming bundle, including an Xbox 360 with Kinect,
Look at
a
that.
PS Move bundle, and a Wii. And the winner is Stephen P. of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
But we are not done. No, we've got something else to give away. One lucky Star Wars nerd will win this limited edition, completely sold out 12-inch Kenner Boba Fett figure, courtesy of GentleGiantLTD.com.
But this is no ordinary action figure.
What?
Because the package has been signed by Jeremy Bullock and Daniel Logan, who both played the jetpack-wearing bounty hunter in the Star Wars film.
I jerk my body excitedly for that. And of course, you'll also get these gift-wrapped plastic cell phones from our old set.
Look how pretty they are with the bow.
Yeah.
Love it.
You'll find a use for them. Hang them from a corner of your bedroom and have bands perform there.
They'll love them.
Then tell them they can't perform because they don't rate. To enter for a chance to win Boba and our cell phones, visit our website at g4tv.com/epic giveaway. Get your entry in between now and Friday, January 21st by 3 p.m. Eastern to be eligible. We'll announce the winners right here on tomorrow's show. How awesome is that, huh?
Amazing.
Huh?
Amazing. Still ahead, Blair Herter meets up with UFC President Dana White to talk about the recent judging controversy and the future of mixed martial arts.
I bet they'll fight. And later, actress Pippa Black from Outsourced will be here live in studio, and I will hit on her relentlessly.
Sure you will.
What happens next?
These two yahoos are in the mood for some amateur lumberjacking. So what happens next? Does the branch take out the ladder? Does it fall on his friend? Or does it crush the porch? Find out when we return.
What happens next?
These two yahoos are in the mood for some amateur lumberjacking. So what happens next? Does the branch take out the ladder? Does it fall on his friend? Or does it crush the porch? Being an idiot and using a chainsaw never go well together.
Take the ladder out. All right, welcome back to the old program. We are live, everybody. This is happening right now. Unless it's on your DVR. Let's see which tweets have become snared in our plasma net during the break. I don't know. Spicy Guido says, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that troll field report segment was shot in the lobby of the G4 building on Bullshit.
What?
TV's not real. Wah! Well, you know that. Yes, that's true. But the two people who walked through our shot while we were live, they didn't know that. So, and no one tell them. Seriously, we can't afford the lawsuit. Chobujuit says, sitting down to my favorite tradition, AOTS and Fun Dip. Yummy.
I love Fun Dip. You know, I actually get Fun Dip for free.
What?
I have a Wonka card. What? I have a golden ticket. I do. I just call a number and they send me all the free Wonka candy I want.
Well, thanks for hooking none of us up, first of all.
I'll bring some in.
How did you get that?
Because I'm awesome.
I get it.
People see me and they just give me cards.
Oh, I
That's
get
right.
it. I get it. Wonka
That
card.
a long time ago.
Atomic Radio says, I really, really, really want one of those crappy ceiling cell phones, like really, really. Can we send him one? I mean, we're trying to get rid of them. No one likes those things. You'll get it like we did and then regret it for the rest of your life. Hey, if we just read your tweet, look at that. Huh? It's no big deal. I play Madden on Xbox. You're going to get this copy of the new Guinness World Records 2011 Gamers Edition in honor of yesterday's record-breaking tea bag. Starting day, it's available at Amazon.com and bookstores everywhere, friends. So if there's one near you, go there because it's everywhere.
If you want to be a part on the show and end up on our Twitter wall, tweet us at AOTS or use the hashtag AOTS.
Wonka card.
Jealous.
Look it
You're
up.
so jealous.
I am. I'm kind of pissed you didn't tell me.
I'll hook you up. We'll
Sweet.
get some requests.
And now we want to show you something special.
Kevin, no, they don't want to see you.
No, it's the news. It's the news. And it's Julie Garcia, everybody.
Hey, Julie. Howdy. Yeah. I thought we were going to see his nuts. We didn't. It's all good. Thanks, guys. Right now, it's time to start the feed. It's Thursday, January 20th, and here are your top stories. Google CEO Eric Schmidt may be stepping down today, but the big news for us comes from Google Voice. Voice currently requires people to choose a new phone number to enjoy all that the service has to offer, but not for long. Google Voice looks to be rolling out the ability to port over your current phone number into Voice to enjoy all the features of the service, including blocking and custom greetings. But in order to do so, you'll have to cough up a one-time fee of $20. Right now, porting your number is also only available to a select group of Google users, but they say they plan to expand porting to all future users in the futureness. If you have an Android phone, your credit card information may be in danger more than you think. Yeah. A group of security researchers just demonstrated that it's possible for an Android-based Trojan virus to steal your credit card info using voice recognition. The concept called SoundMiner operates in the background and listens for spoken personal identification numbers and credit card info. Then it relays that information to the app's creator. It also is able to interpret touch tone and text messages. Luckily, the virus isn't out in the wild, and the purpose of the demo was to help find ways of protecting against such attacks. And, guys, probably you shouldn't be, reading your credit card info aloud on the phone. Just saying, guys. Just saying. And finally, love it or hate it, the Lethal Weapon franchise is getting a reboot. Hells yeah. According to Deadline, Hollywood Warner Brothers is teaming up with original producer Joel Silver to refresh the hard R buddy cop franchise. A Lethal Weapon 5 was planned for a while, but slowly went down the tubes along with the reputation of Mel I Don't Need Medication Gibson. There's no word on who will step in as Sergeant Riggs or Murtaugh, but the countdown to the Donald Glover for Roger Murtaugh campaign starts now. I'm Julie, and you've just been fed. And now back to Kevin and Candace.
Thank you, Julie!
Welcome to the show, Julie.
Could you see in your peripheral that I was doing that to Candace for like half the feed? Could you see it?
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that. But
we were just having fun, sorry.
I mean, I was totally listening to the news as well. Don't get me wrong. I was totally listening to every story. But I was doing that in the background.
Always humps my leg. Slid over.
The perks. No parking space, but all the shin humping you can get.
There are few CEOs as dynamic as UFC President Dana White.
Agreed, and there are few correspondents as excited to meet him as our very own Blair Herter.
Vegas. Home to more buffets, hookers, and nightclubs, but it's also the bone-crushing, hard-hitting home of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And here at the Ultimate Fighter Gym, I was able to track down the man behind it all, UFC President Dana White. So Dana, first of all, thanks for being here. I'm sure a lot of your fighters over the years have wanted to get you in the octagon. So I appreciate the opportunity sitting here and chatting with me. First thing, obviously, huge announcement, the new coaches on the Ultimate Fighter, Lesnar, Dos Santos.
The way that it all happened, Cain Velasquez ended up getting hurt. He tore his rotator cuff, and he's going to be out for 8 months. This does work out for the Ultimate Fighter because there's no way that Dos Santos is just going to sit on the bench for another 8 months. This guy's got to get in there and get active for him to get the exposure. The millions and millions of people that watch the Ultimate Fighter now to learn about this guy and his personality. And obviously, Brock Lesnar's,
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's Brock Lesnar, and this is going to be, this is seriously, as good as it is for the show and everything else, it's going to be a rough 6 weeks for me.
Right. How important is this show, not only to create the popularity that these guys have, but also as an entrance point into the UFC.
It's been incredible for us. As you look along the walls and see all the guys who fought here, guys who are still at the top of their weight divisions, this show not only introduces people to new talent, these guys come in this gym a certain level and leave a whole nother level. I don't see the Ultimate Fighter ever going away. This thing's going to be on TV for a long time.
He's getting teed off on. He's done it. It's all over.
When the UFC and mixed martial arts first aired on TV, a lot of people were like, oh, it's this brutal sport and they're just beating the crap out of each other. It's not beautiful like boxing.
In the beginning, the traditionalists, they weren't big fans of the UFC. Bruce Lee was preaching this back in the 60s. They do all these katas and all these things. None of that worked, because the reality is everybody has different attributes. You have to work with your attributes and what really works for you. You use what works, you throw the rest away. The new sport is mixed martial arts, and these kids are learning everything as opposed to the guys who got into this 10 years ago. Just the martial arts alone have evolved more in the last 20 years with the UFC than they have in the last 10,000 years.
UFC being the foundation of this brand is the juggernaut, and they've had other companies that have signed huge names in the hopes that they would bring some of your audience over.
The UFC brand has become this thing where people know, if I'm a fight fan, I know exactly what I'm going to get. When you buy a fight and you're looking to be entertained, you're looking for that holy moment. And people have come to learn that UFC delivers.
Looking for the finish. Shane Carwin.
I believe before a guy threw a ball through a circle, a guy had a ball with a stick, two men were put on this earth, somebody threw a punch, and whoever was standing around ran over and watched it, man. It's who we are as human beings. Fighting is in our DNA, man. We get it and we like it.
On that note, it's not even necessarily this kind of morbid curiosity. I want to talk about the fight for the troops.
First one we did was last year, and we raised over $4.5 million for traumatic brain injury. They were building a research center, and they needed the rest of the money. We were lucky enough that we were able to raise it and finish this building. Now this fight for the troops is actually going toward traumatic brain injury research.
How important is it for the UFC and for you personally to have this relationship with our armed forces?
Yeah, it's awesome. And I don't really like to talk about it too much in interviews and act like all rah-rah, like it's some big PR stunt, because it's not. We've been doing stuff for the military since the day we bought this company, whether it was shipping T-shirts and DVDs and everything else. Once I saw how these guys were coming back from the war and how they weren't being taken care of by our government, by our country, it blew me away, and I couldn't even believe that that was possible. That was the day I knew we had to be involved with helping these kids that are coming back from the war.
Why is there still no consistent judging system?
Again, the sport's so young. If you look at things like the NFL and basketball and baseball, there's still some bad calls. Normally, their stuff is right on. It's never going to be a perfect system, but ours are so messed up right now. The UFC, it's out of our hands. We're regulated by the athletic commissions. So whatever state we're in, basically the government comes in and oversees us and tells us what to do. And they have a lot of work to do as far as the judging and reffing, too.
Are we going to see more countries accept the UFC before we see individual states do so?
Well, there's only one state left that we got to get, and that's New York. It's financially amazing for the city when we roll into town. So it makes no sense there. There's never been a death or serious injury in the almost 20-year history of the UFC. So that makes no sense. So as we sit down and we start to look at this thing, it really doesn't make sense why we're not in New York.
A fight in Madison Square Garden this year? What are we thinking?
Next year.
Next year?
Yes.
All right, man. Well, thanks again, brother.
Thanks.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blair Herter. Woo! 3D Gaming Laptop Week continues right about now. Okay.
Well, hello.
Welcome back, Chris Hardwick.
Hey, Candace Bailey.
Nice Asus.
Oh, why, thank you.
You can always trust Asus to make a great laptop, which is why you gotta get your hands on the G53. Not only does it have an Intel Core i7 processor, NVIDIA GTX 460M graphics, and up to 8 gigs of RAM, but it's also ready to play practically any game or watch Blu-ray movies in 3D. There's even support for THX surround sound, so get in the game for $1,730.
Ba-ba-ba, boo-ba-ba-boo-ba-ba. That song.
That's the music.
That
Yeah,
is the
I get it. I know what you're doing.
G4, the finest in royalty-free funk.
Now, Let's just bag it up
Let's
again.
put it out. I can't help but notice that one of your jeans is worn down on one side a little more than the other. Has Kevin been humping your leg again?
He has.
That's how he weathers jeans at the Abercrombie and Fitch. They just Kevin. Oh, you want to do Gadgetron? All right.
Okay, let's get to Gadgetron.
Just got yelled at in my head. All right, go ahead.
Now, we reviewed the larger version of this Asus last year, and we're glad to see they slimmed it down a little.
Yep, the last one we had to land on the roof. This one is
Now, it
slightly
weighs
thinner.
just under 8 pounds.
Yeah.
It's about 2 inches thick. It's still kind of big and bulky.
Yeah.
Do we like the stealth fighter design still?
I do. Like, it's fun to like, like that's kind of fun. Or you could also do this, like a little Knight Rider there. I mean, for a gaming laptop, it's not massive. It's like we've seen bigger machines. It's just bulky like a gaming laptop. It's definitely less portable than the Toshiba that we saw on Tuesday.
Yes, it definitely is. Unlike that Toshiba, this one has an offset touchpad, so it won't get in the way while you're gaming.
That's right. It actually feels a little more comfortable on your wrist for long periods of time because you're not holding your arm in the center. Plus, you get the backlit keyboard, which is something we think every laptop should have, gaming or not, at this point. Yeah. Oh, hot button issue. Everyone's behind me on that. What about the homeless problem? Nothing. But this thing, they're all behind.
Now, how well do the keyboard and touchpad work for normal computer tasks?
They work fine. I mean, the keyboard is widely spaced, and it's relatively easy to type on. The touchpad is good size. Pinch and zoom is actually pretty smooth, so that's good.
We've come to expect great performance from Asus gaming laptops, so is this what we are getting here?
Yes, it is. Good
Yay!
job, Asus. It's the second. I like to sound derisive when I'm giving compliments. Great job.
Yes,
no, literally.
it is.
It's the second fastest laptop we've had on the show, according to our standard 3D Mark Vantage benchmarks. The first in line was the Malibu 9, but this was a little bit slower than that. We're able to max out almost every setting on games like Black Ops or Dead Rising 2, and it had very few slowdowns, even when playing in 3D. The THX surround speakers are also really good too, so it's nice sound, it looks pretty good, it's pretty fast, it's not a bad computer.
Okay, does it have the built-in 3D transmitter like the Toshiba?
Yes, it does. It also comes with these stylish NVIDIA glasses.
You are so stylish.
Do you want to come over to my house and eat mac and cheese, Candace? My mom's making alphabets.
Only if I can wear those pretty glasses.
We could spell dirty words in my cereal. Yeah, these glasses work with the Watch 3D right out of the box. Where they're great. And also plays 3D Blu-rays as well. Yeah.
Okay, so you can buy it for $1,730 on buy.com, which might be a little pricey. What are we rating it?
We're going to get, it's like you're here. I can touch you. We're going to give it a 4 out of 5. Even though the design is bulky, the 3D gaming is really good. It's a nice computer, so 4 out of 5.
All right, spectacular.
All right, we did it!
Yay! And now let's go back over to Kevin.
Better take off those glasses. I might have found my new leg.
Yeah!
Stay tuned. Hey, anything's fair game in the studio. Actress and call center overlord Pippa Black from Outsourced will be here live in studio. My next guest is no stranger to keeping office romances a secret.
So, do you want to make plans for Friday night?
Yeah, sure. I'll come over to your place. My neighbors could use a good night's sleep.
Well, I was kind of thinking that we might go out for dinner. You know, like a proper date. We kind of skip the whole courtship thing.
Sorry, I don't want Charlie to see us.
You still haven't told him about me.
It would crush him. I mean, he's really into you.
Todd, I'm tired of hiding. Are we a couple or not?
All right. I will tell Charlie the first chance I get. I promise. No more hiding. Okay. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm gonna get Tanya a cup of coffee. She likes it in the morning.
Oh, yeah. She certainly does.
Joining me now, Pippa Black, everybody. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Back's a bit sore after being dropped
Getting
on the
dropped
ground.
like that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Bit rude.
I was just saying, the Hulu highlight reel of your performance on Outsource is one steamy makeout to another. So my apologies judging by that reaction, but I also want to thank the editor that threw that one together because 5-star favorited. It's my new homepage. So.
Yeah, well, there's a few scenes that Grandma won't be seeing.
But
I
no,
can say
no.
that.
Well, is she watching tonight? Tonight's your big, the big Bollywood episode, right?
Well, my grandmother is in Australia, so she won't be watching it yet.
Okay.
Unless she's illegally downloading it.
Who does that these days? You know, the trick is to Skype your grandma and just put the laptop right in front of the TV, and then she gets to see it, and there you go. Take that from me. Is that illegal? That's probably illegal. I'm hearing in my ear that is still illegal. For the Bollywood episode, though, is it like the big pomp and circumstance, the song and dance? Are you guys doing the crazy dancing and singing, or?
There will be a few people doing those things.
Are you one of those
Not
people?
myself,
No?
luckily for everybody. No, there's kind of like a, I don't want to give too much away, but there's this cute kind of talent contest, and there's someone not so good, and there's someone who is brilliant, and will give you goosebumps.
But now, why are you not partaking in this singing and dancing affair? Are you not classically trained? Have you not seen Slumdog on Netflix? What's the limitation here?
You know what? It's just other people's time to shine.
Oh, that's very
this
kind of
one,
you. I like that. I'm going to take a step back and let the young kids have a shot. I like that.
Yeah.
This is your first. Is this your first like big Hollywood show? You were in Australia when you got the gig, right?
Yeah, I was. I got a call at 4 a.m, and those are usually very scary phone calls to receive.
Yeah, typically.
So, but luckily for me, it was my agent saying, "You've got this job," and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited!" And I was just thrilled. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to India. I've never been. Always wanted to go." And I get my ticket to Hollywood. So, and it's completely shot in a soundstage, even all the outdoor scenes and everything. So, but yeah, and it is fabulous. But one day, I'm hoping I'll get to the real India.
I love that though. That you're yelling at the agent. You know, we could have just set up a green screen in my house, and I wouldn't have to uproot my life from Australia to here.
Yeah, I could have just phoned it in.
It would have been that easy. Yeah, that's how I do this show. Speaking of the Australia to Hollywood transition, has it been weird? Has it been fun? I mean, any LA occurrences? I heard you got your driver's license.
I did. I got it yesterday. So yay!
Congrats.
And it's
they clap now, but you haven't figured out the right side of the road thing yet. So
No, I have worked that out now.
Oh, good.
Yes,
I'm glad.
Yes. No, I passed with flying colours, so everyone can feel very safe if they see me on the road. So yes.
Well, congrats on that. And the other thing is, I saw you were the sexiest lettuce wrap I've ever seen on the internet. We don't have the image here, but you are covered in lettuce for a PETA ad online.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
And that's because you're a hardcore vegetarian.
Yeah,
yes?
and I just like to have a little nibble every now and then of my clothes.
Slowly make your way through the dress.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing the vegetarian thing?
When I found out that what meat was, I was quite disturbed as a child. I was about 6 and sitting around the dinner table with my family, and we were talking about, broccoli, does it grow on a tree like an apple, or does it come out of the ground?
Right.
We're going around the dinner plate, and I came to my chop, and I was really confused. I was like, I've never heard of a chop tree, or,
Yeah. Where's the big T-bone tree that I could shake? Or are there meat clouds? How does that work?
Yeah, and then Mum and Dad were sort of looking at each other nervously, and I think Dad broke the news, and I was just, it was such a traumatic thing for me, and I had a pet cat at the time. And I was really scared for him, so I used to sleep with him and hide him in my bed with me, because I didn't want to end up eating him.
You thought any meat was fair game. Like, it could be your cat, the neighbors, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, I just couldn't differentiate between a farm
I hope
animal
your parents
and
told you that that's not the cat is safe. I hope at some point they let you in on that.
I made sure he was.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. Well, Pippa, it was a fantastic meeting you. Thank you so much. I look forward to you doing some Bollywood dancing in the near future. I hope you decide to shine. Pippa Black, everybody. A new episode of Outsource airs tonight on NBC. Check it out. But now we head over to Miss Candace.
Coming up next, find out if your tweet is good enough to make it to the Twitter roll right after this.
With over 300,000 apps available for the iOS, it can be a real bitch to keep up with everything that's out there. But that's not the case with App Shopper, an app store assistant that helps you track what's new, what's updated, and most importantly, what's cheaper. App Shopper looks and feels just like the App Store, but has some much-needed enhancements. Of course, you can organize by what's new and what's popular, but the glory of App Shopper lies in its ability to sniff out price drops. It will instantly tell you what apps are cheaper than normal, like Call of Duty Zombies, a game that normally costs $10 that's now down to $5. There's also a wish list. Add an app that you want to the list, and App Shopper will keep an eye out on it and automatically inform you when the price goes down. App Shopper is a helpful way to get the most out of what the App Store has to offer, and of course, it's free.
Coming up tomorrow on Attack of the Show. We double dip to get into the Guinness Book of World Records by creating the planet's largest tea bag. Then we review Toshiba's new 3D gaming laptop. Is the third dimension worth $1,000? Find out on Gadget Prawn. And Allison Hayslip swims with the sharks in one of the most terrifying stunts we've ever filmed. See it tomorrow.
Oh, it's about time we check in on the old Twitter wall, don't you think?
That's a good idea.
Let's see. Assassin Nanny _ says, with all the awesome sauce AOTS consistently shoots out, I'm glad I use birth control. I hate to tell you, we are far too potent for any modern birth control.
Agreed.
You can Yaz, you can Nuva, it doesn't matter. I have about as much knowledge as feminine hygiene and birth control as I do about laptops in 3D, which is really telling and sad.
Let's look at another one.
All right, you pick one. Pluck a ripe jewel.
Marlon Reyes. Can you face the camera and do that dance again you just did, Candace? Huh? Me? AOTS?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Wait,
he wants you to do a dance.
the dance that we did together?
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, I need you for it.
All right, fair enough. So what am I? Is this the one where I hump your leg?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not done.
I'm done.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Can't wait to see that on forums. Yay! Before we go, not that we're fishing for compliments, but how would you describe our show? It's a good question, right? Yeah. It's a great question. That's why I asked it.
Some say we're TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Losers.
While others say we're the 60 minutes of nutshot.
True. So tweet us your tagline for Attack of the Show, and maybe you can be part of crowdsourcing history. Here's the thing. We're going to be using the best tweets on our show all next week. So seriously, tell us what you think we should say we are every show, and we're going to try out a whole bunch of them. Tweet us to @AOTS.
Thanks to our guests, Pippa Black and Chris Hardwick.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for being you.
I love you, Mommy.
I didn't get to finish, so if we could...
I love you, Mommy.
I love you.